Hi everyone, my name is Numkosi Ulugama. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Notes from my pad. Today is day 3 of the Spiritual Laws week. So I'm sharing with you guys my spiritual laws, which I said are mostly taken from the Bible. The one I'm dealing with today is from, or rather, it's titled "Do unto others as you'd like them to do unto you." So it's taken from the book of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 13. You can also find it in the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 31. As I said, guys, that there's laws that I'm sharing, or there's principles that I'm sharing. They are mine, like, I choose to live by them, okay? These are my principles, which I have adopted in my life. 7:12 goes like this. Matthew chapter 7 verse 12 goes like this. In everything, then do to others as you would have them do to you. And the other version is, so whatever you wish that others would do to you, do also for them. For this is the law and the prophets. This is just one of the key principles which I really like and which I try by all means to live by. Let me read the Zulu version. It says, ngakho konke. Okay. Ngakho ko. No, sorry. Scrap that. The Zulu version says, ngakho ke. Konke nokungakanani enifuna ukuba bakwenze kini kwenzeni nani kanjalo kubo ngokuba lokhu kungumthetho nabaprofethi. So ke isimple nje injalo. Noma yini ofuna ukuthi abanye abantu bayenze kuwena nawe yenze kubona. Whatever that you'd like people to do to you, you must also do it to them, or rather you must do it to them first, so that you can then have that expectation that it be done to you. So I really like this verse, obviously, and I really like this principle because I feel like it basically simplifies life. I feel like it makes things easy for all of us. I mean, assuming that maybe we all believe in it, and I'm very clear that we all don't believe in this principle, and we don't believe in it, and we don't practice it, and that is fine. But remember, this is about me. So, but the point is, if we believed in the principle, if we practiced this principle, imagine how cool it would be in life. Because I think there'll be less hatred, because I don't think there are people who actually like going around being hated by others. I think there'll be less violence, because people generally do not like to be violated in any way, spiritually, emotionally, physically, however way. So there'll be obviously less stress, less depression, less jealousy. There'll be less of all those negative things that we experience in the world, because people are not going to go out and do the negative things, the bad things, the wrong things, because they would be aware that what they do would be done to them. I mean, like, imagine car hijack. Make an example about car hijack and house robberies and rape, So people are not going to be stealing, because nobody like to have their stuff stolen. People are not going to be hurting each other because they don't like themselves to be hurt. And if we mix maybe this principle of doing unto others as would like them to do unto you, and you mix or you use it in the same line as the principle I shared yesterday of living an expectant life, imagine how cool it would be. Because now, when you're going around doing these great things for other people, these cool things for other people, and then in return you're living an expectant life, and what are you then expecting? You're expecting to get what you have professed. It's what you have actioned out, what you have done to others. So what are you going to get? You are going to get what you have done, as this verse or as this principle says. And also remember, faith for me is the foundation of all of this thing. Remember, first day of the week, I said faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Substance of things not seen and the evidence of things hoped for. Yeah, so imagine having faith, believing that what you hope for is gonna happen. Okay, so you're already moving from that firm foundation of faith, and then you go on and you are expectant. And then in addition to being expectant, if you can remember yesterday, some of the key concepts that I was able to draw from the verse that I read from Philippians 3:13 was action. So I mean, again, faith, I think there's a verse, I can't remember if I actually shared it, which makes references to faith needing to be accompanied by action. So if you say you have faith, it means you are actually actively doing something. You have to actively do something. So in our case, right now, today, in terms of doing, it's anything that you do, you know. So it's like you are sowing by doing that thing that you do. So in these cases, it's just treating other people, you know. When you treat them in however way, you are sowing. And then based on yesterday's principle, you're gonna get it back. And based on the first day's principle, which is living by faith, you are definitely gonna get it, you know. You're not just only hoping, but you're actually carrying evidence with you of the fact that it is happening or that it's gonna happen. So yeah, I think that's just it, actually. I think that's just it. I mean, I don't want to go long because I don't want to sound like I'm preaching, and I don't want to preach. I'm just sharing my spiritual principles, you know, the spiritual principles which I've adopted from the Bible and which I live by. But anyway, I do want to say, guys, imagine for all these things that you like for yourself, all those things that, that you think you deserve, all these things that you're hoping for and praying for. Imagine if you were doing all those things yourself to other people, you know? And then based on this principle, then you are going to get all of them back. Imagine if we're all kind to each other in this world. Imagine if we're all understanding of each other's situations. Imagine there'll be less stress and there'll be less depression. Imagine if we're all forgiving. Oh my God. There's so many people who are going around carrying grudges, you know, and it makes them ugly, and it makes them unhappy, and it makes them jealous, and you know, it causes a lot of problems. Sometimes it causes stress and depression, you know. So yeah, but imagine if we're forgiving, imagine if we're understanding, imagine if we're all loving, imagine if we're all supportive, imagine if we're all just hard workers, imagine if we're all giving whatever that we do our best. Just imagine. Like, I'm not dictating what is it that you would be doing or that you should be doing. Whatever that you do, imagine, like, hey guys, so okay, just rounding off, do unto others as you'd like them to do unto you. That is the principle of the day. That is my principle, which I try to live by on a daily basis. And I have to thank you once again for coming back to the channel. Thank you for all the support. See you in the next video.